Well, welcome, good morning, and everybody's sitting. So we're going to start seated. Sit on the floor if you want, or if you want to stay in your chair, that's fine too. So last week we did the thoracic inlet diaphragm. Week before we did the regular diaphragm, and today we're going to look at the pelvic floor diaphragm, which entails, so I kind of look at your respiratory diaphragm as a jellyfish. So when you inhale, it flattens out and you have more space in your lungs for the oxygen coming in. And then when you exhale, it kind of comes up and domes. Some people like umbrella, I like jellyfish. And then you inhale and it flattens back out, exhale and it comes up. So I kind of like that fluid movement with it too. Same idea with the pelvic floor. When you inhale, it flattens out and spreads out. And then when you exhale, it kind of comes up a little bit. So if we have those mixed up, we can have issues with urinary incontinence and belly issues. So it's kind of important to have the right movement through the torso. So we're going to play around with some of that while we're doing some specific poses. The thing to kind of pay attention to, so we have 4 points of reference on the pelvic floor. So the front would be the pubic bone, the back would be the tailbone, and then right now we're all sitting on the floor, so you have the sit bones, where that's the base, 2 little bony knobs that maybe you can feel as you wiggle back and forth. All right, so it's almost like a diamond shape. So that 4 area, you inhale, flattens out. When you exhale, it kind of comes up a little bit. So let's start with our cat and cow seated here. If you want, and it's comfortable, you can sit cross-legged. If it's not, have your legs straight out, or again, you can stay in a chair. So if your legs are crossed, hands in front of the knees. If the legs are out straight, hands under the thighs. We're going to start with an exhale. So we're going to exhale, round the spine, dip the chin. On the inhale, rounding up, looking up. And just go back and forth, smaller movements to start. Exhale back, inhale up. And as you are moving, maybe your range of motion increases as the body starts to warm up. Excellent. So let's go one more time each direction. And then back to neutral. All right, our next movement, we're going to do our laterals. So one hand's going to come down to the floor. We're going to inhale this other arm up and going just as far as is comfortable. So you don't have to go terribly far. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, second side. Exhale back. So next time you have a hand on the floor, push that hand into the floor. That keeps that opposite knee from popping up. And then feel the length from the fingertips to the hip. Exhale, bring it back. Try that on the other side. Push in with the hand. And then feel that extension from the fingertips to the hip. And then exhale, bring it back. Excellent. All right, so finish off evenly. And then let's take a moment here before we do our twist to kind of check in with the body. So we moved a little bit. Maybe notice what is still full of tension, or maybe some of that's released already. And then we're going to bring our attention to the breath. So just noticing what the breath is doing. Maybe it's a little bit more rapid than it was when you first came in, or maybe it's slowed down already. All right, and then going back to that tension, if there's somewhere in the body that you're holding on to that tension, just keep that in mind as we go through class, and we'll breathe into that in different poses. All right, ready for our twist. So we're going to inhale, lift, exhale to the first side, inhale back to center, exhale second side. Inhale, center. Exhale into the twist. And again, we want to use the eyes, the head and the neck, shoulders. We don't want to be twisting with that lower back. Just want to keep it on the upper levels of the body. Excellent. And then back to center. Let's find some cat and cow again. Come back to symmetrical. So exhale, cat. Inhale, rounding up, looking up, cow. Exhale, cat. Excellent. All right, back to neutral. So we're going to come up to our hands and knees, but I want to mention something before we get there. So we want to, we're going to bring in something that we do when we're standing up, and that's the hip points. So when we're in our cat and cow, we want to pay attention to those hip points and not in the cow drop the belly towards the floor. So we want to keep those engaged as we work with that pelvic floor diaphragm. All right, so we'll have to hold more than one thing in mind as we go. So, and I will talk you through it. All right. All right, so let's start with that cat. We're going to exhale, round the spine up towards the ceiling, engage the belly button towards the spine, and find those hip points. On the inhale, we're going to release and reverse the curve. So we're going to look up towards the horizon as far as is comfortable. We want to keep holding those hip points together. And this is our inhale, so that pelvic floor goes towards the heels. On the exhale, pull it in and up towards the belly button in, round the spine, tuck the chin. And then reverse to cow, inhale, belly button releases, hold the hip points and relax the floor. Exhale, pelvic floor comes in and up, belly button in, tuck the chin, around the spine. Inhale, reverse the curve, hold the hip points. Exhale, pelvic floor in and up. Inhale. Hold the hip points and release the pelvic floor. All right, back to neutral. So I'm going to add one more thing here. So those 4 points of the pelvic floor, imagine that we have horse reins or like gymnastic straps or something, and we're going to direct those 4 points back. All right, so we're going to go cat, exhale, inhale, cow, and then those 4 points are going to pull back towards the heels, and we come into our child's pose or puppy pose. And then inhale, come back up to cow, exhale, cat, and then those 4 points back towards the heels. And one more time, inhale, exhale, 4 points towards the back. And then coming into your child's pose, and we're going to pause here for a couple breaths. So knees can come out wide. You can rest your head on the floor or stack the hands and rest the forehead on the hands, or whatever is comfortable in your child's pose or puppy pose. And if you can, breathe into the back body. So that space between the shoulder blades. See if you can feel it expand in between each rib, opening up, feeling a spaciousness. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back up to tabletop and come right up into our downward facing dog. So curl the toes, lift the hips on the inhale, push the hands into the earth, send the hips towards that back wall. You're going to bend one knee, extend the opposite heel towards the floor. And those same movements that we did with cat and cow, we can do here too. So we're going to engage the hip points towards each other. On the inhale, that floor flattens out. On the exhale, comes up and in. Inhale, relax it. Exhale, pull it in. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Look up at the hands and walk the feet up, or look at the feet and walk the hands back. Bend the knees. Let the head be heavy. Shake the head, yes or no. And then when you're ready to come up, bend the knees nice and deep, arms out to the side. Inhale, all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome. All right. Let's do a little balance here today to start us out. So let's start with our mountain pose. And we're going to engage some of those same muscles that we're working with. All right. So the hip points together, and then the back of the neck towards the back wall, and then up towards the crown of the head. Those are 2 main reference points for our posture. And then, just for fun, we're going to play with the feet. So imagine that the arch of the foot is kind of like a suction cup, and we're going to lift, without moving the feet, we're going to lift that arch. So maybe the big toe presses in while you lift the arch. And if your mat moves a little bit, that's fine. So we can look at that, the sole of the foot, as another one of those diaphragms in the body. So when we inhale, it's going to relax. When we exhale, we're going to pull it up. Relax the foot on the inhale, exhale, pull it up. We can do the same thing with the knee. It's easier to do when we're not standing. And then pelvic floor. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull the arch of the foot up. Floor of the pelvis, or the pelvic floor up. Belly button in. That's our exhale, and then inhale, release and relax. And then take 2 regular breaths here without moving anything, just paying attention to the breath. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and do a moving balance pose. And we'll start with our palm tree pose. All right, so feet are probably hip width distance apart. We're going to inhale, arms come up on the toes, exhale down. Inhale and exhale. If you want to, next time you come up, add an extra breath. You can do that. And down. Or if you just want to go 1 breath up and 1 breath down, that's fine too. And then coming out nice and graceful. All right, shake the legs out, maybe shake the arms out a little bit. And let's do our Karate Kid next, flying crane. And let's do cross body with it. So we will bring 1 knee up, opposite hand to the knee, and then back down, opposite hand to knee. All right, ready? Here we go. So we're going to knee to hand. Nice and slow. If you want to make it more of a challenge, you can touch a different part of the body when you lift that leg up. Maybe the ear, shoulder, knees and toes. Isn't there a song about that? All right, so finish off evenly or do 1 more time each side. And release. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and do our half sun salutation. We're going to do 1 round, just normal, and then the second round, we're going to do the diaphragm breathing. All right. So let's see. Everything's starting to fall off. Okay. Hands to the heart. We're going to inhale, hands down, arms up. Exhale, arms out to the side, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out. Inhale, all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands down. 1 more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. All right, now we're going to add the diaphragm breathing. So when we inhale, everything moves down. When we exhale, everything moves back up. All right, here we go. So we're going to inhale, relax, and then exhale. As we're folding forward, pull everything up towards the top of the head. Inhale, halfway lift, relax. Exhale, pull everything back up. Bend the knees, inhale, everything relaxes. And then exhale, everything comes back up. All right, let's try that again. Inhale, relax, exhale, pelvic floor up. Inhale, halfway release, or halfway lift, but release. And then exhale, pull it in. Inhale, all the way up. And then exhale, back up again. All right, let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. One more time. This will be our last one. Inhale, halfway lift, relax. Exhale, pull it in, pull it forward. Arms come out. Inhale, relax. Exhale, floor comes up. Awesome. All right. Let's jump into our warriors. All right, so warrior one. You turn one foot out, step the other foot forward. And we can actually look at, we'll look at the knee doing this. So on the inhale, that leg is straight. So the back of the knee is relaxed. We're going to exhale and pull the front. So we're going to bend the knee and we're pulling the back of the knee in. Inhale, straighten and relax the back of the knee. Exhale, it comes in. Inhale, straighten and relax. Exhale. All right. On your own, a couple more times. Excellent. All right, push off, step back. Let's go to the other side. Turn that other foot out, step forward. Same thing on this side. Inhale, straight leg, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten the knee and relax the back of the knee. Exhale, bend, and it comes towards the front of the knee. Inhale, straighten and relax. Exhale, bend. So this is something when I hyperextend my knees, is something that I work on, is that back of the knee. All right, push up, step back, and let's add arms. Turn that foot out, step the other foot forward. All right, so let's bring the arms out in front. We're going to inhale, open. Exhale, closed. So now if you want to switch back to that pelvic floor, inhale, relax. Exhale, pull it up. Excellent. All right, drop the arms, step that foot back. Let's go to the other side. Arms out in front, inhale. Exhale. And one more. Excellent. All right, step it back. All right, let's do, we're going to do tree pose now. We'll do our warrior two, and then we're going to do triangle. All right, so tree pose. So you can start with tripod feet, one heel above the ankle. And before you do anything with your hands or we get totally into this, if you want, you can engage that arch of the foot that's on the floor. And then relax it on the inhale, exhale, scoop it up, and relax. All right, so let's do our tree pose now. Nice strong hip on that straight leg. The other hip is open. Hands can be on your hips or at your heart. And then when you're ready, grow your branches. And if you have your balance and you want to bring your foot up higher, you're welcome to do that. If you get a little wobbly, lift from the crown of the head. But most important, you want to keep that breath going. And then when you're ready, coming out nice and gracefully. Awesome. Shake it out. And let's go to the other side. Oh, wait, I did that side. Okay. Heel above the ankle. Nice strong hip on that straight leg. Hands to the heart. And if you want to engage the arch of the foot that's on the floor, inhale, relax it. Exhale, scoop. That suction cup movement. And then release that. And when you're ready, we're going to grow our branches. First point, breathing. Second point, extending. If you want to bring your other foot up, you're welcome to do that. If you don't want to, no pressure. Take a couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, coming out nice and graceful. Excellent. All right, shake it out. Warrior two. All right, so we're going to line the feet up. Torso's facing the same direction as that back foot. Hands at the heart, arms open to the side. Bend that front knee over that front ankle. And let's take a moment here to check in with your shoulders. Soften them away from your ears. Extend the fingers out. Check in with the front calf, back calf. See how everybody's doing. And then let's take a couple breaths before we move about. So we're going to inhale and relax pelvic floor. Exhale, scoop it up. Inhale, release. Exhale up. And then release it. And then we're going to do some movement here. So let's go forward first. Forearm to that front thigh. And then that back hand can be on that hip, straight up towards the ceiling or overhead, whatever feels the least awkward or tension-inducing. You want a little bit of a challenge, but you do not want to go into pain. Let's put it that way. All right, now we're going to inhale. Back arm comes down, front arm comes up, peaceful warrior. So depending on your balance, you can look at the horizon. You can look up at that upper hand, or, I don't usually, but you can always look down at the floor. All right, back to side angle pose. Front forearm, front thigh, back arm, wherever it feels best. And know you can always change your mind too. Just because you did it one way the first time doesn't mean you have to do it that same way again. All right, next, peaceful warrior. Inhale, all the way up and around. And then one more time through side angle pose. And then peaceful warrior. Let's finish with that warrior two. And then we're going to drop the arms and step the feet back together. All right, shake it out. Maybe shake the feet out a little bit. And then let's go to the other side. Other foot comes to the front. Hands together at the heart, arms open to the side. We're going to bend that front knee over that front ankle. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Extend out through the fingers. Take a breath here and notice what? The feet maybe, calves, shoulders, how everything feels. And now would be a good time to take a breath into that tension if you're feeling it anywhere, maybe in the neck. And then with the exhale, let that tension go. Awesome sauce. All right, forward first. Front forearm under that front thigh. Back arm, hip, up towards the sky or bicep over the ear. When you're ready, inhale, peaceful warrior. And side angle pose. Again, peaceful warrior. And one more time through side angle pose. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Beautiful. Back to warrior two. Drop the arms and step the feet back together and shake it out. All right, and now peaceful or triangle pose. So if you like a block, you can grab a block for your triangle pose. And you know what? Because today is such a beautiful sunny day, we're going to do triangle and revolved triangle because that one's my favorite. All right, pick a foot, step that foot forward. Back foot is at 45 degrees-ish. Everybody's different, so it's not, I want you to get your protractor out and measure. Does anybody even have a protractor anymore? That's all. All right, so hands at the heart, arms up into the sides. That front knee is in theory straight, but you're always welcome to have a bend in it as much as you need. And then we're going to extend forward with that front arm, hinge at the hip, and then tick-tock the arms. So wherever your block is, you can bring your hand to your block. That upper arm, palm faces the same direction as your knee, as your nose. And just for fun, we're going to inhale, relax that pelvic floor. Exhale, pull it in. One more breath. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull it in. On your next inhale, grab that invisible rope, pulling back up. And then drop the arms, step the feet together. All right, we'll do the other side, and then we'll do a reverse or revolved triangle. All right, other foot in front. Hands at the heart, arms open to the side. Extend forward with that front arm. Hinge at the hip, tick-tock the arms. And let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale, relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull it in. Beautiful. Release. Your next inhale, pulling up. Drop the arms, step the feet together. All right. So we're going to go back to that first side, come into the triangle, and then revolve it. All right. So if you don't want your block, that's fine. I usually end up with it on the inside of that foot. All right. Arms open to the side. Going to extend forward with that front arm, hinge at the hip, tick-tock, and then bring that upper arm down. And that first arm goes up the other side. So your right hand is down and left arm is up. There you go. All right. Now bring it back down. Bring that upper arm up. Drop the arms and step the feet together. So it's the whatever foot is in front, the opposite arm. Okay. So other foot. Same arm. There you go. We're going to extend forward. Hinge at the hips. Tick-tock the arms. And then bring that upper arm down. And that first arm goes up the other side. So I have my right foot forward, my left arm is down, my right arm is up. And then bring that arm down. Other arm comes up, pull that rope up. Don't fall over. Arms come down. Step the feet together. All right. Let's do a half sun salutation, because that was a lot of twisting and twerking. But we'll go nice and slow. And actually, let's add an extra breath. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Pause here. Exhale. Inhale again. And lengthen the spine on that inhale. And then exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Arms come out to the side. You can bend the knees even more. Come all the way up. Palms together. Hands to heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay here. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Bend the knees. Exhale, fold forward. So bend the knees even more. Inhale, coming all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. Uno mas. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay here and exhale. Inhale, lengthen crown and tailbone away from each other. Bend the knees. Exhale. Arms come out. You can bend the knees even more to come all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. Beautiful. Okay. Anything else we want to do standing up? No. All right, awesome. So let's come. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to wrists, because we didn't do that at the beginning. So arms straight out in front. Tuck the thumb, wrap the fingers, and make circles around with the wrist. Excellent. Getting into the elbows and the shoulders. And release that. Palms together, interlace the fingers, and figure eights. Pause for a moment. Switch fingers on top. Do a couple more. And release, shake it out. All right, so let's come down to high kneel. We're going to do our gate pose, our tall gate pose. But get your, kind of halfway down already. Grab your blocks so they're handy. All right, so starting up on the knees. And we'll start by extending the left foot out to the side. And one of the things you can do with the blocks is use it to switch sides, or if you're a little wobbly here, for balance. Left hand on that left hip or down that left thigh. We're going to inhale this right arm up. And then exhale, bring it over towards the left foot. Inhale, vertical. Exhale, over. Inhale, vertical. Exhale, over. And one more time. Inhale, up. Exhale over. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release, and then switch sides. Right foot comes out to the side. Right hand on that right hip or down that right leg. Inhale this left arm up. Exhale over. Inhale vertical. Exhale over. Inhale up. One more time. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale release. Beautiful. All right, both knees down. And do we want to do our lunge first or the other gate pose? We're going to do our lunge next. Okay, so bring your blocks up in front. And we're going to bring both blocks over towards the left. And we're going to swing that right foot out and around or straight in front. You don't have blocks, you don't need them. You can bring the hands down to the mat. Or you can grab your chair. There you go, you got it. Okay, so from here, you can stay right here. This is your pose today. That's perfectly fine. If not, you want to add on to this, we can bring our hands up onto that bent knee. And again, you can stay here. This is your pose. Hang out here. Otherwise, if you want, you can bring your arms up towards the ceiling for our lunge. And I got one more for you. If you want it, you can stay right here, or crescent lunge. We're going to bring the hips forward and the hands back a little bit. Look up towards the ceiling. Nice big back bend. And then bring the hands back down to that knee. Down to the blocks or the floor. And then we're going to send that right knee back. And bring your left foot forward, out and around or straight through, whatever works. And if it's hard to get it there, you can always use your hand. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay, where are we at? All right, here, you can stay right here. And one side might be easier than the other. If you're ready and you want to, you can come up onto the bent knee. Next level, if you want, arms straight up. One more level. Hips forward, hands back, looking up towards the ceiling. Beautiful, glorious crescent moon. And then hands back down. And hands back down. And knee back. All right, so next we're going to come down to hands and knees for our other gate pose. All right, so this time we're going to send this right foot out to the side. Left hand stays where it is. We're going to inhale, right hand comes up towards the ceiling. Exhale back to the floor. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Tuck that right knee under. Left foot comes out to the side. Right hand stays where it is. Inhale. This left hand up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Tuck that knee under. And let's do cat and cow. And we're going to move just on the exhale for this. So don't worry about anything else other than the breath. So we'll take an inhale. We're in neutral. On the exhale, come into cow. Inhale in your cow. I'm sorry. You guys are in cow. I was in cow. Inhale back to neutral. We're going to exhale cat. Start over. Inhale in your cat. Exhale to cow without dropping the belly. We're going to hold that pelvic or the hip points together. Exhale into cat. Inhale here. On your next exhale, move into cow. Inhale. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale to cow. Inhale. Exhale back to cat. Do it one more time. Inhale here. Exhale to cow. Inhale. Exhale, cat. And then we're going to keep going down to child's pose or puppy. And let's just pause here and send the knees out wide. Bring the head down to the floor or onto the hands. And then when you're ready, we're going to come and sit over onto one side or the other. So you can come up and sit over, or however comfortably you can get down to seated. All right, so let's bring both legs straight out in front. If you want, you can pound the feet into the mat. And we're going to do a little twist here. So we're going to bend one knee. Foot comes into the mat. The arm of the straight leg is going to extend out. You're going to inhale, lift that arm up. On the exhale, it can come on the outside of that bent knee or around in front. The other hand is behind the spine and push into the earth and lift on the inhale. Exhale, eyes go around towards that back wall, keeping that extended leg engaged. And here we're going to go to the belly. So on your next, inhale. On the next exhale, pull the belly button in, and then maybe twist a little deeper. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, belly button in. And then on your next inhale, unwind, come back to center. We'll switch legs. We're going to inhale that straight arm over that straight leg. And then exhale on the outside of that bent knee or around in front. Back hand pushes into the earth. Inhale, lift up out of the spine. Exhale, gaze towards that back wall. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, belly button in. And on your next inhale, unwind, back to front. And let's do a little butterfly here. Soles of the feet come together. If you can reach elbows to the knees. So feet can be way out in front. Doesn't have to be up close. If it goes close, that's great. If not, out far is fine. All right, if your elbows come to your knees, you can rest them there. And then tuck your chin, kind of fold in. Maybe feel that on the back of the hips. Maybe not, that's okay. And then to come up, we're going to push into the earth and straighten the spine. I'm not big on the bouncing the knees, but if you like it, you can do that a little bit. What I do like, though, is opening up the soles of the feet. So imagining that the feet are a book and you open them up. I like that because, let's see, I don't know if you can see it. So my knees go down when my feet go open. Cool. Okay, hands under the knees, bring the knees together, feet flat on the floor. We're going down for the count. All right, we're going to come down onto the spine. And moving the microphone out of the way. Excuse me. All right, so let's do a couple of Apanasmos. And we're going to go with wide knees. Exhale, knees come in. Inhale, knees go out. Your hands can be on the knees or on the front of the thighs. All right, so let's bring the feet down to the mat. And let's see, we're gonna do the LOLs, and we're gonna kind of look at the knee, the back of the knee as a diaphragm. So when we inhale, the legs are straight and we're relaxing the back of the knee. When we exhale, we bend the knee and pull the back of the knee in towards the kneecap. All right, so knees up, hands on the knees. On the inhale, feet up towards the ceiling, arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. Inhale, feet up, arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale, and exhale. Last one. Inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is a little bit of core. So actually, we're going to do bridge pose first, and then we'll do this one. So at some point between now and then, grab a block so you can reach it to use it for our pose after bridge pose. All right, so we're going to start with just raising the hips. We'll do all 3 rounds of bridge pose. So arms are down by your side. We're going to push in with the feet. Inhale, lift the hips up, using those hip points. And then exhale, bring it back down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift and relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, pelvic floor comes in and hips go down. All right, second round. Inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, arms down, pull the pelvic floor in and hips go down. Again, inhale up. Exhale, arms down, pelvic floor in, hips down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, arms down, pelvic floor in, hips down. All right, last round, we're going to add a breath. Inhale, arms come up, hips come up. Exhale, release just the hips. Take another inhale. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Again, inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, release just the hips. Take another inhale. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, release just the hips. Take another inhale. And then on the exhale, arms down by your sides. All right, so grab your block. We're going to take the block and we're going to lift the hips up and set the block under the pelvis. So the top of the block is at the top of the pelvis on the back. So if it's super uncomfortable, then you probably don't have it in the right spot. All right, so next we're going to do one leg at a time here. So we're going to keep the left leg bent, foot in the mat, and we're going to extend the right leg straight. And then from here, we're going to inhale and lift that right leg up. Exhale, release it back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Bend that right knee, bring that foot into the floor, and then extend the left leg out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Bend the knee, foot comes into the mat. We're going to push in with the feet, lift the hips, slide the block out. So doing that one leg at a time, you might notice that one side is stronger or weaker than the other. So if you want, that might be something to work on at home, strengthening the side that's not as strong. All right, what's next? Let's come into our Apanasana. I'm going to exhale, knees in, inhale, knees out. And just go ahead and do 3, 5, 7, I don't know, until it feels like that lower back and up into the spine is back to symmetrical. And then after that feels pretty complete, bring the feet down to the mat and then extend both legs all the way straight out. And we're going to finish our big movement here with our supine palm tree. Legs are straight out, zipped up together, toes point up towards the ceiling, arms down by your sides. Inhale, arms coming up overhead. Exhale, arms back down by your sides. Inhale, we're going to relax the pelvic floor. On the exhale, pull it in and up. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull it in. And then the last couple, just regular breath with the arms moving. But this is a good one if you remember to do all three, not now because we're winding down, but to get them all synced up. This is a great way to do that. All right, arms down by your side and away from the torso. Legs and feet can relax away from each other. And getting any last little wiggles out, whatever you need to get comfortable for your relaxation pose. I'm going to sit up so you can hear me better. And let's do our full body relaxation, walking up the body, relaxing each part as we go, starting with the feet. Relax the toes. Relax the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the heels. Release the ankles. Relax the calves and shins. Release the knees. Relax the tops of the thighs, the backs of the thighs, and that space behind the knees. Let the pelvis be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the abdomen. Release the rib cage and let go of breath. Let the shoulders be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the upper arms, elbows, and lower arms. Release the wrists. Relax the hands, fingers, and palms. Relax the throat and the back of the neck. Release the jaw. Let the tongue be heavy and fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let the eyes be heavy and fall to the back of the head. Smooth the forehead and face. Let any last thought seep out the top of the crown of the head. Let the earth's gravity hold you. Let the air around you breathe you. Take the next few moments and just be. Gently coming back into awareness. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Roll your head side to side. When you're ready, and with an inhale, rolling over onto your right or left side. When you're ready, and again with an inhale, pushing up to a comfortable seated position. And to bring breath back into the body and find us safely on our way, let's finish with sun breath number 1. It's the least work for our upper body. So we'll just relax into it. All right, so we're going to inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands float back down. 3 times. So ready, here we go. Inhale, hands float up. Exhale, hands float back down. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Hands together in front of the heart. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, guys. All right, polls next week. I think, right? Next week's May.
Yes.
How was Vegas?
Cool, nice. Everything worked out good.
Yeah, good.
The Lady Gaga was working.